The Wallabies spring tour of 2025 is about to begin at the iconic National Stadium in Tokyo, Japan, where Eddie Jones's men are looking to ambush his former side. It's number 7 v number 13 in the world, and with the 2027 Rugby World Cup draw looming, a win here is crucial for Australia's seeding.
Let's take a look at this formidable Japanese side. In the front row, Kobayashi, Era, Takeuchi, both props playing for the successful Suntory rugby team. The lock pairing of Jack Cornelson and Werner Deans. Deans captains this side today. The reigning back-to-back champions, premiers Toshiba in Japanese top league rugby. Let's take a look at the back line. You've got Fujiwara and Lee in the 9 and 10 jersey, Nakano and Australian-born Dylan Riley in the centres, and rounding out this team, Osada, Ishida on the wings, and Yazaka at fullback.
I'm looking forward to seeing Sam Green, a man that many here in Australia will know very, very well, the 31-year-old with a chance to add to his handful of Japanese caps, formerly with the Queensland Reds, played a bit of NRC with Queensland Country and Brisbane City a long way back, and a chance to square up against a lot of men he knows very well. Morgan Turner, run us through them.
13 changes to this Wallabies starting team. Angus Bell, Josh Nasser and Zane Nongor in his first run on for the Wallabies. Jeremy Williams, Luke Garn, Salakai Loto, very robust at lock the pair. Nick Champion de Crepney, what a day for him to lead his nation as captain with Tizano and Valentini. Jake Gordon and Tane Edmed at 9 and 10 to steer the ship. Dylan Peach returns, Corey Toole is on the other wing. Hunter Paisami and Josh Fluke and all Queensland midfield. And the experienced Andrew Kellaway is at fullback.
And Aidan Ross dominating plenty of headlines as well, looking to become a representative of both the All Blacks and Wallabies as well. Harry Wilson off the bench. Ryan Lonergan impressed in his minutes against the All Blacks. Shimakawa gets isolated. Tap and go time for the Wallabies. Bell driven forward, he's within one. Tizano gets it away. And they power forward here, inches short Australia. Look out for Tizano, this time he adds weight. Champion de Crepney at the back. Can he get over the line on his captaincy debut? He can.
And as the boss, it's his option to take the tap and go to close quarters combat.
Leach pulls it down at the back. Lee brings in Osada, and we've got a penalty here. Offside's a call against Australia, and it's very kickable for Japan. Here's Lee looking to shorten up the deficit, and he does just that, and the score is 7-3. Paisami pulls the pass to the line. Edmund invites Kellaway to the action, and now Fluke with a free run at the line. That is spectacular from the Wallabies.
We're going to see it here, but Tane Edmed makes it look easy, but catches out in front, delivers under a lot of pressure to put Andy Kellaway through.
You've got to work your defence here as Japan swing around the back of the line out. Leach. Bell fancies himself over the ball here, and he gets knocked away late. Australia looked to be offside there. Toole holding up his opponent. Now they go short side for the score. Williams, soft hands. Who's coming up with it? They're getting over the line. Who's got it? It's a pile of bodies. Is it Tizano? Finally, Carlo Tizano gets the tick for a try in Japan.
Set up maul. Great throw from Pollard just on the field. And well set up momentum.
Fujiwara leaves it a while, now spins it away. It's a good little set play, but Australia read it nicely. Tizano, has he done enough to disrupt? Japan keep hammering forward. They're over. Have they got it down? We've got a penalty advantage here. The try is good. Up by 4. Looking to start their spring tour with a win against the Brave Blossoms. Wilson slides it back. Gordon calls for the kick to touch and times it perfectly. And the Wallabies will hang on in Tokyo. It's a narrow win against the Brave Blossoms. 19-15 full time, and Australia remain unbeaten against Japan.
Joe, you've probably just heard us reacting to the game and talking a little bit about the style of play. I just first want your reaction. I can see a grin there. We'll come back to the style of play. Your reaction getting that win, obviously it was tense at the end.
Yeah, and I don't think it needed to be that tense. I thought we probably scored a couple that we didn't get reward for, and certainly the one that from the maul, I understood that one, but certainly talking to Carlo after the game, he's dead sure he got a couple down. But sometimes that's the way it goes, and you've got to just work your way back and go again. And they kept working their way back. It was wet tonight, very difficult conditions. You will have seen a pretty high error rate from both teams just because the ball was slippery, and losing both our locks in the first 20 minutes also made it difficult. I thought Jeremy Williams did really well, just keeping the line out together and even getting a bit of pressure on theirs, even though he was the last lock standing.
Joe, you must be proud of the team. You know, a win in a test match is huge, and especially when you make 13 changes. A lot of those players in the gold jersey haven't played a lot of footy, and they played big minutes tonight.
Yeah, it was a risk, but one calculated around the quality of young man that's putting his hand up and trying to work his way into the mix for the big games coming up. So it was great to get those changes out there and to get guys a bit of game time and to build a bit of confidence at the same time. And I really admired the grit. We actually had to really roll our sleeves up and keep fighting for that one. And in those conditions, that's just about what we managed to do.
Joe, back here, we talked a lot about Jake Gordon and his game, and his kicking around the ruck proved vital in the end, and nothing bigger than that turnover and that tackle chasing him behind that we saw Nick White do a couple of weeks ago in the TRC. Just a little comment on Jake and his performance today going out the 80 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't planned that way. It's just that Ryan Lonergan got left as the last guy on the bench, so he was covering all 15 spots, and we didn't have anyone else that could have mixed the match. So sometimes that happens, and it's tough for Ryan, but it was great for us in the way that Jake managed the game. Some of his line kicking from the base of the ruck was outstanding, giving us 30 metres off those platforms, and also the contestables. I thought the players worked hard to get up and into the contest for those, but in slippery conditions, it was a real lottery.
Joe, can I ask, I'll double back because I saw that little grin when I mentioned the style of playoff at the beginning of this interview. Keeping it tight and sort of going just, I guess, the 11 play, you might say, you might call it, or a 21, 2 to one side, then back to the other. There wasn't a lot of expansive play with ball in hand. Was that always the plan? And if it was, why was that the case? The conditions, the changes in the personnel, what's the reasoning?
Yeah, the conditions. It is wet here. The ground is wet. You saw them move the ball a couple of times quite well, but it ended up in errors quite often. I thought the finishing of the one probably creative excitement that there was in the game from our back line was absolutely outstanding. Great line from Andrew Callaway. Josh Fluke support on the inside and ran away to get that try between the posts. But apart from that, there wasn't too much to get excited about. There were a couple of broken play opportunities that again broke down when we mishandled the ball, didn't quite get our game right.
One thing you can always get excited about is a Wallabies win. So congratulations on that, Joe. And thanks for your time, as always, very giving. I wish you all the best next week up at Twickenham in London. The captain, Nick Champion de Crepney, joins us now. Nick, good to talk to you. Congratulations, mate. You're a winner as a Wallaby captain and a try scorer as well. Not a bad day out, first Test match as captain.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it was great to get the win, and yeah, definitely some areas to improve on, but yeah, we got the win, and that's the important thing.
Well done, mate. 1 from 1. That's a good place to be. What about you played a bit of time, got a lot of time in that second half in the locking position because of those couple of injuries early on. Did that change the line-out calling and shift things around a little bit?
Sorry, mate, could you repeat that? You cut out there.
You went into the second row very quickly after those couple of injuries to Josh and also to Lucan, and you had to go in the second row. Did that change that line-out calling a little bit in that second half?
Yeah, definitely do a fair few adjustments. That wasn't really planned for, I'd say, but, you know, I played lock a little bit when I was younger, so, you know, I sort of got the hang of it, and, you know, credit to Jeremy Williams, we were able to adapt really well, and, yeah, keep going with the process.
Hey, Crep, how was that call made? Did you just put your hand up and say, I'm happy to go into lock? Or was it a fight to see who pulled the shortest straw there? I know Bobby Valentini I've seen him in the locking position before, but he hates putting his head in there. How did that come about?
I just think the boys said, who's played lock before? And, you know, I put my hand up and I said, I've probably got the head for second row, so I was happy to sort of get stuck in there and do my bit for the team.